Stop saying Haktua. I get it. Like, I know on onomatopoeia when I see one, okay? I just, like, I don't understand what makes it funny, I guess. I guess I don't understand what makes it so humorous. We need some Haktua? Yeah, who doesn't, man? That's a bomb? Maybe just let a horrible start. Okay. Who's winning tonight? I just hope both teams play a good, clean game. I've had too many reckless checks thrown this postseason. We don't need anyone else getting injured on the last game of the season, okay? Let's just go out there and have fun, kids. So I haven't played in a couple days. Just give me a minute. Got to remember how to push the ball. Kind of forgot what I was doing. Rough start. It's Kachuk, so I told you that's not happening. What are you talking about? Haktua, Kachuk? None of these words are in the Bible. If they are, and I'm mistaken, I got to get a copy of that shit immediately. Haktua is in the Bible? I don't even know enough about the Bible to make a follow-up joke. I can't even yes and you. Is he still on the harder ball? No, I'm on the ball that I was given. It's not harder. It's exactly the same as it was yesterday and the day before that and the day before that. Oh, it's harder in relation to my neighbor's ball? Okay, why would I care? That sounds like that's part of my neighbor's purview. If they have a problem with that, that's their problem. If they're pleased with that, then I wish them nothing but the best. We're all brothers under heaven, okay? I don't look at my neighbor's ball to look at its consistency and its hardness. I only look at it to see if he needs help shouldering the burden and sharing the load up the mountain, okay? And that's on fleek. That's going to hold. It's so weird, by the way. So we're not right at the start of the stream today. So this is kind of like a segue. It's a sharp left turn. I was like barely online this weekend. And I mean that very, very sincerely. Friday, my daughter had a school thing, so she wasn't in daycare. So on like, as soon as my stream ended, I took her to like some indoor playgrounds, came home, made dinner, ate, woke up in the morning, rode my bike, took her for a freaking, class, took her out for lunch after the class, took her to the playground, blah, blah, blah. We were out like the whole weekend, right? Come back, step into Apollo's chat for like 5 seconds when he's playing the Elden Ring DLC. And I'm like, man, it's immediate. Like, I'm telling you, for your safety, you need to leave your house Saturday and Sunday. You don't need to leave all day. But like, I stepped into Apollo's chat. He had already beaten the DLC. It had been out for less than 3 days at that point. And as soon as I stepped into his chat, people were like, oh, NL, you missed your window to play this. Sorry. Don't worry, your PC probably couldn't run it anyway. Oh, but NL, what do you think about the discourse that like the bosses are too hard and Elden Ring is like being review bombed? And I'm like, buddy, I was looking at seesaws all weekend. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I don't know who the hell Mesmer the glistening is and fucking... There's a lion, I guess, and there's little fragments you got to pick up, and if you get the fragments, you get strong or whatever. Like, I don't know what's going on, man. I was using playground equipment you've never even heard of. This scares me. Can I get it off over here, please? Can I hock to you over here to the side just a little bit? I know you're saying left click to move it to the left. I'm trying, but I'm in a little bit of like a valley, I would say. It's hard to get the purchase necessary. I mean, I really don't want to have to try to thread the needle, but I really don't want to run into this bomb. You know what? Sometimes you gotta back it up. It's fucking snow tires, man, or whatever it's called. Scary. Yeah, hey NL, how do you feel about the discourse that no webcomic should ever have more than 4 words in it? Yeah, I know. See, like, I don't know what any of this shit means, man. I mean, I kind of saw, like, by the time I saw that drama, it had already hit, like, the 7th echo. So, like, all the replies were like, are you in a stable enough emotional place to receive honest feedback about your webcomic? Like, it was, we were 15 levels deep on the discourse. I couldn't get back to the surface. Can I just push this over a little bit? Yeah, I spent a lot of time outside this weekend. I'd recommend it, man. Wear your sunscreen, obviously. I honestly, I hate to say it. I think I got to push it here, and then I got to thread the needle. Good start. Good fucking start. Where is it? Yes, yes, yes. Delay it. Delay it on the cannon. Delay it with the bomb. Somebody draw me a free body diagram of how this dude is going fucking mogul mode here. I'll live with that. He's no Johnny Weir. Eat it, Michael Musto. You're no Bruce Valanche. Saved. Being outside is incredible. It's pretty cool. Sometimes. Although I will say, like, I think parents, like, with their first kid and parents with their second kid are in, like, a whole different world. Like, on Friday, I took my daughter to or maybe it was Thursday night, I took my daughter to a playground, and she started playing with another girl who was, like, the same age. And then, so she's 3, right? And I was like, where's your dad? And then she pointed, and this dude was, like, 300 meters away teaching, like, his firstborn son how to play tennis. And I was like, damn, man, I couldn't. I would be having a panic attack, like, 24/7. I'm not that worried that, like, someone's going to kidnap my child, but more than my kid is going to get one of those, like, toddler, you know, like, bolts of inspiration and just, like, run out into traffic or be like, wouldn't it be funny if I played hide and seek right now without telling my dad where I was and then, like, you know, just had to sleep overnight in this park? I guess that's why, you know, he's like, I got a spare. Put an air... Oh, I shouldn't have glanced, man. Never mind, we're chill. We're chill, dude! Put an air tag on them? Not a bad idea. Should be able to put a microchip in your kid. As long as it gets removed when they're like 12 years old. Or it just like breaks down into the body and becomes like a probiotic or something. But like age, as soon as they turn 2 until the age of 12, having a microchip inside of your child would be very helpful. I do feel like, you know, past that point, 12, 13, you're going to need a, you know, they need some privacy. It's a rite of passage to lie to your parents a little bit. And be like, I'm going to, you know, Timmy's house, but actually they don't even know you're going to, like, you know, Jonathan's house instead. Hold, hold. Jonathan's dad smokes pot? Yeah, man. Jonathan's dad fucking grows pot. He's an entrepreneur. Jonathan's dad has some problematic views on world history. And is probably like a pretty big loser, and that's why he lets the 16-year-olds come over and like get hammered in his basement. But, you know, it's serving a purpose at that stage of your life. And when he starts talking about, like, you know, the history of the 20th century, you just say, wow, dude, that's crazy. And, like, don't listen too hard. Hold, hold. Guys, what does Hawk Tua mean? Just think about it, man. Imagine if instead of saying it in your like English speaking voice, if you thought about what it sounds like. Yeah, it's when you spit on that thing. It's not even funny. I know. I don't know why it was popping off so much. For me, I mean, it's no back at it again with another milk. Help! Help me! Like the way he goes from 0 to 100 is like, it's aspirational as far as I'm concerned. No, just, there you go. He's got his grippers out. Hey, NL, did you see the sexting discourse? Yeah, I saw the text that was like, you should ask consent for every sexual interaction, including sexting. Here's a template you can use. And then it was like, I've been having some sexual thoughts about you that I'd like to share if you'd like to hear them. And then the reply was like, okay, blushing face. You know, I think their heart's in the right place, but I don't know what to say after that. You gotta have the right partner for that, I think. Execution needs some work. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't want to get into it. I think you know why it's not done more often. Okay, this is what broke our heart when the ball was rolling backwards. So to make it past this is spiritual. Beautiful. Beautiful. Just hold. Just hold, man. Don't, no, not yet, it's gonna spring, dude! Don't, no, okay, that's fine, just a little push. You're an expert on seesaws? Dude, I thought it was like bad enough. Like when I am on the seesaw with my kid, I have to do all the work, right? Then she made a friend at the park and they were on the seesaw together. And I was like, finally, I can take a little break. Then I forgot, both of them are 3 years old, so they weigh like 30 pounds each. So they don't even like move the seesaw when they're like jumping and stuff like that. So like my ass now, instead of like just having to move the seesaw in one direction with my legs for a 30-pound child, I had to move the seesaw, what? In both directions for two 30-pound kids with my fucking arms, man. Don't. Yes, thank you. And then get out of here ASAP. Incredible save. I've gotten very lucky so far. I'm not going to deny it. Like, I'm sure at some point, you're like, you know, when your kid makes a friend, you're like, that's great, they can play together. But now I'm like, I gotta teach my kid how to be like introverted, man. Because when they make a friend at the playground, now I'm looking after two kids. I'm willing to pay the cost because it's like, it's good for her to have that kind of interaction. But like at the same time, I know. And I'm like, I don't even know this kid. And she's like, can you push me on the swing? And I'm like, I don't know. Is your dad going to freak the fuck out? I don't want that kind of responsibility. That shit is fraught with danger in the modern age. Okay, hold. This is a push. You got to go fast on this one. There you go. Also, someone's got to give these kids like a lesson in information security. The kid my daughter was playing with, she was giving me like all her personal information unprompted within like 2 seconds. She was like, hey, my brother goes to that school right over there. And I was like, I didn't ask, lady. You're making me look bad. I didn't need to know that shit. All right. Oh my god! Are these just like motion control? No, it was just perfect timing. Oh, no. We're going back to Ozempic Bridge, man. We're going back to Ozempic Bridge. There's no way I'm catching it in time. It's just not going to happen. Maybe with the luckiest bombs in human history, maybe there's a chance it gets stuck on these cannons, but it's kind of chunking down there. There's a chance it gets stuck in the holder. We need Drew Carey's blessing. Ego death Drew Carey after the Fish concert in the Sphere. Please save me. That bitch is going straight down Main Street, man. Oh, this is going to be a trip. This is going to be a trip. Hold it. Come, go up. Oh, don't go down. Go up. Don't go. Oh, no. I think that's... We're getting pretty close to the geysers, bro. Yes! Yes, man. Bit by bit. I was thinking, I'm not going to do it, but it would be like a great bit to decorate my office like Kai Cenat did for the Elden Ring DLC, but just put like rocks and boulders and like mountains and shit behind me and be like, today's the finale of Sisyphus. I'm not going to do it because that seems like a lot of work, but... Dress up in a damn toga. Well, oh, it's Slippy. It's Slippy, people. You could just use a green screen. Yeah, but you guys could also like just, if we're going to make a fake image, you guys could also just imagine the rocks behind me. That's even less effort. True. And then hold. And then push. Slow is fast. Why are you asking so many questions about fantasy football today? You know you're not on the team, right? I'm the GM. Yeah, kinda. I think my opinion on fantasy football is that at least it's not gambling. Unless, well, I think it's kind of, it could be like a based form of gambling. If you and your other GMs each put in $100 and then the winner gets, the winner takes it all, ABBA style at the end, I kind of support that. Like having a hockey pool or something like that at your office. That's kind of fun. That's a little different than being like, what the fuck, Angel Reese? I bet the under on 12.5 assists and she got 16? Who does she think she is? Like, you're like, brother, it's a Sunday. Today's the Lord's Day. Why no one told me Mamma Mia was Kino? Jay, you know how it is. In our demographic, millennial men online, it takes a pair of brass ones to admit that you like a musical. We still got motherfuckers who have not seen Hamilton that are like, my least favorite musical, probably Hamilton. They don't know, man. They don't know about the Schuyler sisters. They don't know about non-stop. Hold. La La Land, my favorite movie ever. Great movie. Honestly, great movie. You won't hear me talking shit about La La Land, man. High School Musical is better. We're at like this crazy like cultural inflection point that's very interesting to me. There are literally like Twitter accounts that you'll see on a daily basis online that are like, my name is Communist Troy. I tweet about political theory and then memes based on the High School Musical universe. That shit did not exist in like 2012. I'm still figuring out how I feel about it. I'm not trying to criticize. I'm just like, I love two things, okay? Communism and the Disney original movie Halloween Town. They would have been bronies in 2012. That's what I'm saying, man. Okay, just hold. Just hold. Where did all the bronies go? Well, I talked about it earlier, and then when the clip got out on Twitter, a lot of bronies were like, hey, NL, we're all still here. We're just trans now. And I was like, that's great. I'm happy for you, but you should still apologize for the shit you tweeted me in like 2013 when you were 14 years old and your icon was like a pony with the hammer and sickle behind it, okay? I didn't fucking forget, okay? Sure, you've gone from age 13 to age 23 over that period. You've changed a lot. I was fucking 25 then. I'm 35 now. I've changed a little bit, but the pace slows down a lot once you get a little bit older. So like the person doing the harming is not the same person. They don't exist anymore. But the person who was harmed is still feeling the effects of that, okay? So like I still consider that you owe me an apology, personally. No, you don't need to apologize for what you said, but you should apologize for having a Twitter account before the age of like 22 and thinking that like for some reason I need to see what you think about everything. Like that's, you should apologize for that. So true. The axe forgets, but the tree remembers. How close are we to the end here? Bet you say that on the treadmill too. It's a weak mentality. It's not your fault. I blame society. I blame society. For some, we spend our whole life wondering when the toil's going to stop. You don't want it to stop. It stops when you die. You retire, your ass is still toiling. You're getting stressed out by like crossword puzzles and like, oh, the neighbor didn't pick up his paper by 8:15 a.m. You know, we might as well channel the fruitless toil of corporeal life into a digital entertainment product such as this, okay? Not everything can be escape. In order for escape to be gratifying, there needs to be something to escape from, man. The sweet ain't so sweet without the sour. I'm in the psych ward right now. Some of us want the toil to stop. You gotta blacklist this fucking website. You're in the mental hospital right now. This is not, tell your doctor what you're watching. They're going to take your phone away for your own well-being. You should not be you should be like, I don't know, doing like open courseware MIT or something like that, or like Khan Academy and like, I'm going to learn how to do, calculus as a middle-aged man. You should be the aspirational man. Help! Yeah. Help me! Help! This kind of content will make you more mentally ill. You're hitting too close to home? I'm joking, but I'm also being serious. That can't be a good part of your media diet. That's like being like, I'm going to quit drinking. I'm just going to like hang out at the bar and not drink. It's like you're setting yourself up. You're like playing on hard mode permadeath, like right off the bat. You watch some cinema or like read some books or, I don't know, it's got to be like a support group or something. Get out of the house, go to the park, pick up some garbage, beautify the world or something like that. I don't know, I guess if you're in the hospital, you can't do that. I'm just saying, like, just seems like I don't want to be held responsible for what you're going through right now. I think it's possible you may need a change in your media diet, if only temporarily. I could keep up. I could keep up with this guy. Hey, could you stop gripping him? The bomb's not gonna help me, man. That looks bad. That looks pretty bad. This is gonna ruin the tour. Whee! Apparently there's a help me emote on BTTV. I gotta check that. That one I would add. Oh, what, bro? They got treads on this thing. It's not gonna hold. Too much side to side. I trust. I don't trust. Whee! Not gonna hold. It's not gonna hold because of the drum. Don't get your hopes up yet. Why you ranting against bars? It could be a great place to go for social interaction. I think you know why I was quote unquote ranting against them within the context of the metaphor that I made, denoted by the phrase "this is like." I guess in that case it would be more like a simile, but. Like, would you prefer I rephrase it? Watching Twitch when you're already in the mental hospital is like losing weight by like buying snacks and then just putting them in your pantry and saying, I just won't eat them. I'm just saying at that point, you know, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. I've been there myself. Ozempic Bridge. So this is what it's come to. NL, you're looking fit. Thank you. 2 hours on the Peloton today. Get it twisted. Brushing my teeth after dinner every night so that I don't overeat before bed. It will save your life. Eating a lot of apples. Like a lot of apples. Like a lot of apples. Whee! How many is a lot? Average of 2 apples a day. I would say. How's your flatulence? Bad as always. Seems relatively unrelated to the apples at least. What kinds? I have to say I've been running through the apples with a little Haktua, and I personally am ready to say that Cosmic Crisp apples are the best apple that I can find in my grocery store at least. I had to buy Honey Crisp a couple of times because the Cosmic Crisp were like sold out, and the Honey Crisp they're great apples, okay? They're up there with the Fuji's, but the Cosmic Crisp is even better. If you're an apple enjoyer, why aren't you grabbing this, man? If you're an apple enjoyer and you haven't tried a Cosmic Crisp, give it a chance, man. It's like the texture's on point, the flavor's on point. Honey Crisp, not bad, obviously, but I find they get mealy a little bit faster and they're a little bit sharper. Like they have less sweetness, more like acidity. Still delicious. Again, I'm not trying to get the University of Minnesota Golden Gophers angry with me. It's still a goated apple. It kicks the shit out of any apples that God created. So like, let's put one in the tally for man versus the divine. Same with Coca-Cola. I would probably put 2. At least we're up 2-0 on God in terms of like from a Flavor Town scoreboard standpoint is what I'm trying to say. Okay, that's fine. It's just more practice. We should be so lucky. Hold, hold, hold. Water clears Coca-Cola. Insane take. Unbelievable take. Water's good. I'm not going to say water's not good. That's insanity. Water better than Coca-Cola, though, from a flavor standpoint, honestly, you're projecting. Water is like the British cuisine of beverages. Like, it'll keep you alive. But like, what? Oh, Coca-Cola threatening? Too much seasoning? Oh, is it too spicy for you? Tastes delicious, man. That's why, you know, people are drinking like 1 billion of them every day. People are drinking more water, but I think it's just because that shit falls from the motherfucking sky. If Coca-Cola fell from the sky, well, we'd have a lot of problems. To be honest with you, your clothes would get ruined like really fast. Your skin would probably look pretty bad, I'm imagining. But like, if you just open your mouth, you'd be like, this is sick. I'm happy water exists. I'm not happy water has shooters, though. Because you know what it is? It's like there's a certain smugness. I really feel like we're exiting the era of peak internet smugness, and I'm thrilled about it. What is smugness? Someone mentions drinking a soda once, and then like the prevailing sentiment online is, oh, have you ever considered, I'm a little different. I just drink water. You ever mention like spending money on anything? People are, I'm a little different. I like save my money. Oh, you use store-bought mayonnaise? That's cute. I fucking make my own mayonnaise from eggs. Oh, but you use store-bought eggs? That's cute. I get my eggs from a local farm at the farmer's market. Oh, that's cute. You get your eggs from the farmer's market? I have my own chicken coop in the background or in my backyard. Oh, your own chicken coop that you bought on Amazon and prefabbed? Oh, cool. I build my own from lumber from trees that I chopped down that my grandfather planted when I was but a wee lad, you know? Like it just, there's an endless kind of like smuggery that just goes around and around. The right way to interface, in my personal opinion, is brother says, I just cracked an ice cold Coca-Cola. You say, yes, man. Yes, yes. Give yourself a little treat. Enjoy yourself. You know, you only get one trip from the cradle to the grave. Within reason, you should be pleasure maxing. You should be treat maxing. But you got to have a long-term time horizon, too, because if you treat max too much, you're actually going to treat min. Just from, like, you know, you're probably not going to stay in the game that long. Hold, hold. Get it twisted. You do deserve happiness. Yes. You should go out and eat at a restaurant. Hold. By the way, I hate to blue check post. I went to a Greek restaurant this weekend. I had spanakopita. I had the spinach and feta pie for the first time in my entire life. Kind of mid, sorry to say. It wasn't bad. I was enjoying it, but after I finished, I was like, next time I think I'm just gonna get souvlaki or something. Maybe I'll mix it up. Maybe I'll try moussaka. I've never had moussaka. And don't get me wrong, I'm a fan of the Greek cuisine. Even when my dinner with entree kind of mid, you still get the rice pilaf. You still get the pita. You still get the roasted potatoes. You still get the tzatziki. You still get I mean, it's more food than any human being should probably consume in a single meal, but we respect it. That's going to hold. I can tell. Trust me, I've been down this road a couple times. That's going to hold. Oh, you fucking bitch. All right. At least it's the easy part. This game is so bad. Please finish it. You realize the hypocrisy in what you just said, right? You've betrayed your true feelings. Obviously, you love it. If you want me to play it all the way to the end. If you hated it, you would have said, please quit. I know more about you than you know about yourself. That's going to be a trip. You know what I say about this? I say thank you for giving me the opportunity to kill more weakness inside of my brain. Thank you for the opportunity to get stronger. Sisyphus didn't ask for breaks, man. So I'm not asking for any breaks. Sisyphus didn't exist. You don't exist. See? Probably hurts. It's damn true. The axe forgets, but the tree remembers. Excuse me? I don't know why I'm Russian, now that I think about it. It's like the ball's gonna stop wherever it stops. Excuse me? You've lost 60% of your progress? Yeah, we'll get it back. Don't worry about it. When? I don't know. But eventually, you could rest assured. We'll be back at the top. And then, once we get there, we may find ourselves back here again. I can't promise you that every step forward is not going to be followed by a step backwards. It's the way of the world, bro. What's your take on crispy seaweed? Because we got a lot of time for banter. We have to stop -2ing people for having reasonable opinions. -2 is not a substitute for I disagree. I will say, though, I do not like seaweed. I enjoy seaweed as a structural necessity in the world of sushi. And I can tolerate a little sushi and or a little seaweed in my miso soup or something like that. But by and large, I'm a seaweed hater. Especially the Korean soup known as miyeokguk, which is like seaweed and beef in broth. That for me is it's too much. It's just too much seaweed. Not really a big seaweed salad guy. I'm not a seaweed salad guy at all, I would say. It's like, it's not a texture and it's not a flavor thing necessarily. I don't know. I just don't enjoy it. Especially seaweed salad. I feel like when you bite into seaweed salad, that's a really good one. That was great timing on that one. You got me there. I'm not going to lie. I was taking it a little too casually. There's something that, a seaweed salad, when you chew on it, it doesn't chew. You know what I mean? It's infinitely compressible. Push tangential to the curve, please. Tangential to the curve, thank you. Yeah, it's kind of gummy. I mean, if I had to, I could live off it, but let me put it this way. I'm not at the point where I'm like, hey, if I order something with seaweed, I'm not like, can I get that with no seaweed, please? It takes something truly vile for me to do that. But if I saw that something had a lot of seaweed in it, it would certainly be likely to compel me to order something else instead. Yeah, it's like if there's a little seaweed, it's like I'm not gonna eat it because at the end of the day, I'm a mammal, I'm a vertebrate. I need those calories. I'm endothermic, I think. That's right, right? You think? Well, I was trying to remember. I was like, exotherm sounds like it gives off heat. And I'm like, sometimes I give off heat. It doesn't matter. That's true. It like matters to my doctor, maybe. Hey, 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 man! What was that? They blew me off course. And they didn't even have the good sense to hit me with the Haktua first. Okay, hold. Imagine if he locked in. Oh, we should be so lucky for me to lock in so I could beat the fun game a little bit faster and then move on to the game that nobody's having fun with, so you could tell me I need to get more Skadutry fragments or fucking replace the ring that makes me do a cool flip with something that gives me like plus 3% lightning resist. That sounds like a great time. Yippee. Sign me the fuck up for that. Why are you hating? I'm not hating. I'm not hating on the game. I haven't played it yet. I am hating on the chatters who are like, I have no choice but to watch Sisyphus. Please finish it. Please, please. And then I'm like, okay, what do you want me to play when Sisyphus is over? Please, Slay the Spire, man. Please, it's been so long since we've had an Isaac episode. Please. Just one Tarkov raid. You ever raw dog a fight? I mean, honestly, I don't know. The answer might be no. Because I've never been in a fight. Like in a game, well, I don't even know what a raw dogging fight would look like. To be honest with you. A raw dog a flight. They meant what does it mean to raw dog a flight? Sorry, I misread. What does it mean to raw dog a flight? No Xannies? Yeah, I've raw dogged every... Oh, just stare at the map the whole time. No movie, no headphones. Yeah, I've done it before. No sleep, no movie, no TV, no phone, no headphones. Yeah, I've done it. How long? I mean... Vancouver to San Francisco, easy. I don't know if I've ever raw dogged a flight longer than 2 hours, but it's easy enough. This guy's an animal? I mean, you got to remember, I'm alone with my thoughts for 2 hours a morning, 90 minutes to 2 hours a morning on the bike. Hang on, you got me locked out? I did see the quote-unquote discourse, and I'm using quote-unquote because yet again it came from a Bay Area blue check tech fucking evangelist. But it was like, I can't believe that people buy a window seat on the airplane and then like close the blinds. It's the most beautiful view you'll ever have. And I was like, is this, no disrespect, but is it like your first time on an airplane? Like, you kind of get over the view pretty quick. You're like, wow. During takeoff, you're like, whoa, the city's getting smaller. And then you go through the clouds, and then you just see clouds for like 10 hours. And then the dude was like, well, people were like, there's a lot of glare, so people can't use their laptops. And then he's like, put the laptop away for once and revel in the beauty of the world. I'm like, bro, people got shit to do, man. And then he was going through like a list of rules. He's like, if a child asked me to close my window, I would close it, but only if the child was under the age of 6. And I'm like, okay, now we're IDing the people that like ask you to close the window so they can sleep on like their 12-hour flight. Like it's... And you're like, what's your job? And it's, oh, here we go. Business to business, software as a service. Get it twisted. You are in the arena. Everybody else is trying to steal your leads. And you're like, what's your job? Oh, it's fucking commission-based, like, refrigerator sales or something like that. Like, you fucker. You fucker? Not you. The tweeter is okay. He's just expressing his opinion. Even though I mightily disagree with it. Like, if I'm getting the window seat, I'm closing the fucking window seat, man. Or the window shade. Not to be rude, but part of the reason for it is because I've flown on an airplane before. So like, I don't know. Kind of seen it once, you've seen it all. Someone was like, I flew from Europe to like Alaska, and the view over Greenland is something that like people pay tens of thousands of dollars to see, and yet people were looking at their phones instead. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Nobody's like, take me 35,000 feet into the air so I can see like the most decrepit angle of all time on like some ice. Like, it's like a little speck, man. I have childlike wonder. I'm just also like, people gotta sleep, man. People gotta sleep. They got work to do. I'm like 35 years old. I'm not gonna sit there on a 14-hour flight going, if you want to do it, that's fine. But I'm also like, I don't know. It reminds me of like, you can't be free of judgment. And this person was judging in the first place, okay? Catboy Finnbjorn, sounds like you work too much. You are in danger, sir, because I saw you post in Apollo's chat yesterday that you're unemployed, okay? It sounds like you work too little. Takes one to know one. You should not, you're oversharing shit online thinking that I'm not paying attention. The key value pair applies to multiple chats, okay? Is this your champion chat? Unemployed guy saying it sounds like you work too much? Come on. You just got panopticon. Read Foucault, motherfucker. He does not represent me. How do you think I afford the window seat, bro? Anyway, I'm pulling that shade down ASAP. If you're in the aisle, do you stand up the moment the seatbelt sign goes off? No, I sit in my seat with the seatbelt on until I have to go to the bathroom, basically. I know, like, everybody loves to talk about airplanes and, like, the flying etiquette because it's, like, a shared and yet somehow still novel and unique experience. But, like, I really am at the point where I'm like, there's way too much discourse about, like, flying etiquette. All you gotta do is sit in the chair and, like, watch your custom TV that you downloaded yourself when you were in the hotel and just, like, get a drink when they come around with the drinks, go to the bathroom when you gotta go to the bathroom, and that's it, man. Like, you can't do anything else, really. How can we still be having arguments about how to behave on an airplane? All you do is sit down and wait. Aisle or window? I'm an aisle guy, personally. Because I don't like to have to inconvenience someone else to have to go to the bathroom. And I like going to the bathroom, so. Okay, back up. Window and hold it? That sounds like way worse, though. It sounds like I'm compromising the strength of my PC muscle for no reason. I'll be an aisle boy. I don't mind the middle either, to be honest. Like, I'd probably rather have the middle than have the window, because at least with the middle, you get both armrests most of the time, even if you do have to kind of set the tone for that early. And then you only have to irritate one person when you have to go to the bathroom. You're minus 2ing me because you love the window, but you should actually be plus 2ing me because I'm leaving the window open for, like, whoever wants it more. Like, maybe somebody flying for the first time who is going to look out the shade the whole time and take, like, 17 of the worst pictures of all time that are going to go platinum on fucking Facebook and in the family group chat. Check it out, I'm on an airplane. Here's some clouds from the window. Whoa, no way. Clouds in the air. Life's beautiful, y'all. What time do you land? So that's open to you, because I'll be in the middle, man. I'll be in the middle playing Slay the Spire. And occasionally, asking the person beside me to get up so I can go to the bathroom. I also feel like I'm a great passenger because I also will, even in the middle seat, I'll hold until the person on the aisle goes to the bathroom. But then I always wonder if they think I'm like a pervert. Like as soon as they get up, they're like, whoa, how convenient. As soon as I get up, this dude's got to take a piss too. I'm like, it's just because I don't want you to have to get up twice, man. Most annoying aisle seat user, though, is guy who, as soon as we reach cruising altitude, puts down the tray table and then unloads his pockets on the tray table. So if you ever have to go to the bathroom, you got to be like, hey, can you put all that change back in your pocket? Otherwise, he slides that fucker up and it all goes down onto the floor and you're like, oh, sorry, man. I really gotta piss, though. Could you got your headphones, phone charger, keys, like business card, wallet, 17 quarters. And I'm like, oh. But I mean, this is, we've talked about it a lot, but we've talked about a lot because we were going up this mountain for a long time. Most annoying airport thing that still bothers me is people lining up when it's not their zone yet. That shit pisses me off. Makes the whole like gate area unusable. And you're like, you're in zone 5, man. They just called like people who need like help with their mobility. You're in zone 5 and then you're lined up. So then when I get called in zone 2, I got to be like, hey, are you guys in line? And they're like, no, we're in a separate line. We're lined up for like when our line gets called. You shouldn't be a line up for the line, man. You should just sit down. Fuck. Never mind. We're chill, dude. But in the whole scheme of things, it's not that big of a deal. I know I get -2 for this take as well, but I still stand by this. You better hope I never get elected to any kind of public office because I'm going to codify this shit into law like day 2. In like a food court / cafeteria area, we've got to put up a sign that says don't save tables, only get a table when you get your food. Why? Because half the tables in the cafeteria are reserved by people who don't have food yet. They're basically empty tables with a backpack sitting on them, and nobody's using them to eat. Meanwhile, people that have their food and could eat before the person with the backpack got back to the table are standing around looking, going like, there's no free tables. There's no free tables. Half the tables in the food court are being used for people who are not currently eating because they're getting their food. It's like the ultimate tragedy of the commons, man. People are like, well, if I don't reserve a table, then there might not be one for me. But because you reserved the table while you're getting your food, you took it away from someone who has their food already. We used to be a proper species. Like if the mall cops had any sense, this is what they'd spend their time doing, man. They'd be like going, you can't reserve that. There's a lady holding like 6 bowls of pho right now that needs to sit down. There's 5 people in the food court, brother. Not at Hello Kitty Sanrio Puro Land in Japan, okay? 100 people standing around holding the tray with Kuromi curry on it. 70 tables that are empty except somebody left like a bottle of Oi Ocha green tea to say, that's mine in 30 minutes when my food comes out. What about at a resort? I'll admit I'm not like 100% well-versed in the resort chair at the pool meta. I know there are people that like they'll wake up at like 5 in the morning because there's like rules that are like you can't reserve a chair till like 6 a.m. or something like that. But anytime I've been to a resort like that, I've always been like, you know, if we get a chair that's like further away from the pool, that doesn't really bother me. I'll just walk. It's a German stereotype. It's interesting. I wonder why. What about Disney Cruise pool meta? Honestly, I say this without offering any kind of subtext whatsoever. The pool tends to be relatively poorly attended, but the soft serve ice cream line, they'll elbow a little bit to get a good position there. Or to get into the buffet like 3 seconds faster. Absolutely, you'll see some bad behavior. At the pool, you don't see it too much. I don't know why. I guess because you'd have to take off the Mickey Mouse shirt to spend time in the pool. And that's like verboten for a lot of individuals that find themselves in this particular environment. Hold. I was in the pool. This is not quite Ozempic Bridge yet. Jay will tell you when we get to Ozempic Bridge. They don't know about shrinkage. We gotta educate people, man. Shrinkage is real for sure. And then what were we talking about last week? I was like, doesn't everybody know about the pants tent by now? Most pants, I'll only speak for men's pants because I have never worn women's pants, to the best of my knowledge. Underwear, of course, yeah. But pants, no. I don't think I could. I don't have the right proportions. When you sit down, there is a tendency for the fly area to tent up and make it look kind of like you have a boner, but not really. It looks like how you would draw a boner in a cartoon context. Can I say, by the way, I had a productive ass weekend, man. On Saturday, I cleaned out all my drawers in my closet and donated like 2 huge bags of stuff I don't wear to the thrift store. And then I kept thinking, like, I need to get new pants. Then when I was going through the drawers, I found like 5 pairs of pants that just had rips where I was like, I'll just put it back in the drawer and maybe I'll fix it someday. That was the day, man. I took the pants to the tailor. It was like a 71-year-old Egyptian man. And I was like, can you fix these? And he was like, sure, no problem. And then he just wrote down a bunch of numbers on a piece of paper and said, come with cash next Friday. And I said, oh shit, I'm like a real member of the city now. This shit is not happening online. This is like, I'm in the underbelly, man. I don't know. I'm in like some Sopranos shit or something right now. He's not going to pay tax on it? It's honestly none of my business. I'm just here for the pants. That's between him and the Canada Revenue Agency. Okay, hold. Then, like, between my daughter's classes, we were looking to get lunch and accidentally found ourselves at a Greek festival in Vancouver. I was kind of like freaking out. First off, it was cool. People were, singing songs and selling food and stuff like that. Then there was like a store that was giving away free samples of like chocolate infused with magic mushrooms. And I was like, is this okay? Like I didn't have any because I had to drive. And I'm like, I kind of feel like my ego's already dead. Like I already have a rich internal dialogue. So maybe I've already opened like my own mind. No disrespect, no shade to those of you who need some pharmaceutical help. But like, I was like, is this all right? I thought this shit was like not legal in the most general sense of the term. It's fine. Yeah, I know it's fine, but like I was just surprised because there's like, like it's illegal, but the cops don't do anything about it. As far as I'm concerned, that shit is legal then, man, because there were like police like everywhere in the festival. So as far as I'm concerned, that shit is legal. If it's illegal, but they're not going to do anything, then it's legal. There's like 11 mushroom shops on Commercial Drive. Yeah, okay, buddy, but that's Commercial Drive, okay? This was Kitsilano. They got a different sort of culture out there. On Commercial Drive, I'd be like, render unto Caesar that which is Caesar's. But we were out there we were on like West Broadway and Blenheim or something like that. I was like, you're going to cause somebody to have like a crisis out here, man. Somebody who's just out here trying to get like, you know, the pineapple sticky rice at Banana Leaf, and all of a sudden they're like, we're all part of a collective consciousness made of the same stardust. Like, what are you doing here? We've even got one of those mushroom shops in Marpole, South Vancouver. Yeah, but that's, I don't know, man. I don't know what goes on in Marpole, honestly. Of all the Vancouver neighborhoods that I could stereotype, I don't have any stereotype for Marpole. Is that like Oak south of 41st, where they're doing all the construction? And it's very annoying to get to Costco right now? Please, tell me fast, because I can't. I'm not supposed to glance here. Yes, yes. My stereotype of Marpole is that the traffic is really bad. But maybe that's because I only drive there at like 5 p.m. Hold it, man. Hold it. It's doing a little too much. Okay. Is anyone keeping a running ice ramp tally? Hey, Catboy Finnbjorn, there's something you could do. If you're looking for something to keep you occupied for the moment. Bro. Oh, man. Too far? Okay, okay. Get it twisted. 2 wrongs does make a right. It's a very unique game. Yeah. Like, honestly, I'm really relishing, not to play a character, but I'm really relishing Sisyphus. Because, like, most of the time, if you want to extend the game you enjoy, you have to, like, throw on purpose. This is really like a game where, like, I'm so preternaturally ass at it that I'm trying my hardest, and I'm able to extend my ability to the maximum end of the range and still move backwards. That's like a 1 in 1,000 sort of experience. So like this is, nobody watching this is like, oh, he's losing on purpose. They're like, he's just that ass. That's magical, man. This is Leicester City, 2015. Hold, and over. Look at that. He's Jamie Vardy posting. Yeah, that's me. This is some shit I watch with a good-ass meal. Yes, Prezzo, yes. Food goes crazy when you're hungry, people. It's true. Source? My tummy? And water goes crazy when you're thirsty. Is that true? Hang on one moment, please. Very true. Very true. Confirmed. I tell you, I had a little argument with my wife last night. You're going to be like -2, not based. Wait until you hear the reason for the argument. I cooked bratwurst for dinner with a side salad. She said, oh, we're having hot dogs for dinner? I said, no, it's not hot dogs. It's sausage. This is a bratwurst. She said, it looks like a hot dog to me. I had to step up, fellow men out there, just to say, you know, listen, I got nothing against hot dogs, but a bratwurst is not a hot dog. Like a hot dog, when you cut it open, is like full of mattress foam. Just fine. But a bratwurst is like, it's a sausage, man. There's like an emulsification in there. Like it's got a better flavor than a hot dog. Like you think I would really serve my child like a sliced up hot dog? I mean, maybe if you cut it into like an octopus or something like that, but it's a brat summer, people. I feel like, listen, I'm not too worried about giving my wife the ick. But like as the husband, this is a little heteronormative, okay? But it's just my lived experience. I feel like you get two, I'm cooking dinner and we're having hot dog / sausage for dinner tonight passes per year. If you start cooking bratwurst like once a week when it's your time to cook, then I think like at some point you're like, man, that's a lot of bratwurst. But I think, 2x a summer, you could be like, hey, put the salmon back in the freezer. I'm grilling bratwurst tonight. Sounds right to me. I did grill them, but I was like, grilling is annoying. You got to turn on the grill, ignite the grill, scrape the grill. You put, 5 bratwurst on it. You got to keep rolling them. There's a flare up. You're like, oh, this shit's on fire. Got to like move it out of the way. And then you're like, oh, this one's not fully cooked because it was on like a cold spot. So then you move that one on top of the fire. Do it, man. Do it. Buy a griddle? Nah. Oh, so you hate poor people? If it's in a roll, it's a hot dog? No, man, it's a sausage on a bun. A hot dog is a type of sausage, using the term as loosely as possible. It's not a hot dog. If you have chorizo on a bun, that shit's not a hot dog. It's ridiculous. That's like your grandma calling your PlayStation 5 a Nintendo. You got it backwards, man. Hot dog is barely a sausage. Please fuck off. It's like, I don't know what to tell you. It's obviously in the taxonomical category of sausages, but like of sausages that are made of meat and not blood, they're not sending their best. Sure, it's close to a hot dog, but put some respect on bratwurst, man. Because here's and listen, this is my own projection. If I cooked my family hot dogs for dinner, that's kind of giving laziness vibes. That's giving like big stock pot of boiling water and then chucking in like a plastic package of a dozen hot dog wieners into the water and then like serving them on the end pieces from like loaves of bread that we're not going to otherwise utilize, right? But the bratwurst, I got good buns. We had sauerkraut. We had all the condiments. I made a side salad to go along with it. I didn't make it. I ripped open a salad kit and assembled it. But still,